Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome to the Netaji, a quiz by Monoswini and Shubhamoy, and which is on the occasion of the birthday of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. So here's me Rajibul and helping with the technical part Shashankar Sharma. So this quiz is by Monoswini and Shubhamoy. So here you go Shubhamoy with the quiz. So you can take over the stage. Here you go.
So, welcome everyone to this quiz. The quiz will comprise of 12 questions total, and you will get up to 9 p.m. for sending your responses in the Google form provided in the description box of the video, and the more information will be provided in the WhatsApp group. So, we move on to the questions now. So, question number 1. The image shown below is taken from a movie based on Netaji. Who played the character of Netaji in this movie? This image is taken from a Bengali movie based on Netaji, which released in last few years. So you are just to name the actor who played Netaji in this movie. The actor is a famous Bengali actor, and that will give you 10 points for the question. So just name the character and get 10 points in the beginning. So we move to question number 2 now. So question number 2, Bose worked under X, a powerful politician from Bengal. He worked as the editor for X's newspaper named Y before starting his own newspaper Swaraj. X changed the name of Y to Liberty to fight the British Raj. The word Y in general means ahead or onwards, and you have to name X and give me Y. So X is a famous Indian revolutionary for whom Bose started working in the early days, and then he worked for the newspaper started by X, which was Y. Y is a newspaper started by X, and then Bose left Y for starting his own paper Swaraj. So the newspaper Y, the name of newspaper Y was later changed to Liberty from the previous name of Y, and the word Y means in general means ahead or onwards. So you have to name. So you have to name the person X and give me Y, the name of the newspaper. So it is a part question. So you'll get 5 plus 5 points for this. So question number 3 now. So question number 3, X was a history professor in Presidency College. X made some derogatory statements during his classes targeting the Indians, and also have physically assaulted one student, which resulted in a mass protest against him. X was harassed by a group of students, and there are many controversies or theories existing regarding the incident. The incident was successful to gather media attention, and several newspapers covered this. Identify X, and a hint is given in the question. X later wrote a poem mentioning Bose. So X was just a professor in a Presidency College, and you can easily find X as a professor associated with in a controversy with Subhash Chandra Bose during his college days. So this is a very easy question, and I don't think any more hint is regarded. You need any more hint in this question. And also another hint is mentioned already that X wrote a poem mentioning Bose in a later part of his life. So it is a direct 10-point question. So we move to question number 4 now. So this is a fill in the blanks question. Dash covers the history of the Indian independence movement from non-cooperation and Khilafat movements to the Quit India and Azad Hind movements. Dash was banned by the British government and was published after India's independence. Fill in the blanks. So this is a book covering a history of Indian independence, that is from non-cooperation to Quit India and Azad Hind movements, which were in the later part of the independence movement. So it covers around 30 years of Indian independence movement, and it was banned by British government and was published when India got independence. That is in after 1947. In the year or two after India's independence, the book was published. So you have to just name the book, that is fill in the blanks. So that will give you 10 points in this question. So we move to question number 5 now. So in question number 5, the official statement by the ministry cites that the day is celebrated in order to honor and remember Ax's indomitable spirit and selfless service to the nation. This day is celebrated to inspire the people of the country, especially the youth, as Axe did during his presence. Which day is talked about in the question? So some clue I'll give regarding this question, that this day was recently announced by government in last few days. So means they renamed the day. It was earlier celebrated with some other name, so you have to say the new name as it is renamed now. The day used to celebrate in order to honor and remember X as a person, his indomitable spirit and selfless service to India. This day is celebrated to inspire the people of the country, especially the youth, as that person did during his presence. So it is also a direct endpoint question. So we now move to question number 6. So two pictures are given in this question. The, two, the pictures are of two different ladies. They are both of them are connected somehow with Subhash Chandra Bose, and you need not say the connection, but only just name the two ladies, and that is and this is a partial question, so you will get 5 points for naming each one of them. So just name them, look carefully at the picture, and they are both connected somehow with Subhash Chandra Bose. So that might act as a clue for you. And this is 5 plus 5. So answering any one of them will give you 5 points in this question. Okay, so we move to question number 7 now. So in question number 7, Gandhi and Nehru advised Bose not to contest elections and tried hard to convince Abul Kalam Azad to take on the role, but he refused. Gandhi then proposed X to contest elections from Congress, but X was defeated by Bose. Gandhi later said that X's defeat is Gandhi's defeat. Name X. So many controversies arise in life of Subhash Chandra Bose, but in a period when he was advised by Mahatma Gandhi and Jawaharlal Nehru to not to contest the elections from Congress, not to contest the elections actually, as he was member of Congress, so not to contest elections from Congress, and they tried to find some other person for the election. They first went to Abul Kalam Azad, but he refused. Then Gandhi proposed X to contest elections. X was at that time nowhere in the picture, but still Gandhi proposed X to contest elections, where Subhash Chandra Bose stood as his opponent in the election and finally defeated him in the election. So after that, Gandhi said that the defeat of X is Gandhi's own defeat. So who is this X? You have to say for in this question. There is name X and get 10 points. So this is all about question number 7. And we now move to question number 8. So there is a list of some books given here. And the question asked is, how is this list connected to Bose? The books mentioned here are Ora Akashe Jagato Jhor, Binoy Badol Dinesh, ফাঁসি মঞ্চ থেকে and মৃত্যুর চেয়ে বড়. All are the Bengali books, 4 Bengali books written on the period. All of them are written on the period of independence movement. So how is this list connected to Bose? That is, you have to say that and not mention. If you mention the writer's name or something, that will not give you any points in this question. You have to say exactly that how is this list connected with Bose, and mentioning that all are based on independence movement, and that would also not give you points. This is a direct 10-point question, and and you have to answer it properly to get points for this. So I'm repeating again this. ওরা আকাশে জাগাতো ঝড়, বিনয় বাদল দিনেশ, ফাঁসি মঞ্চ থেকে, and মৃত্যুর চেয়ে বড়. So, okay, so I think we should move to question number 9 now. This is a repeated question actually used by me in my previous set, one or two previous sets. So you have to put funda that Priona Tega 1915 and Orlando Mezzota 1941. What are these things? And you have to say in particular what are these why are these two names mentioned here with this particular date, what happened with this name on this date, or whose names are this. You have to say that exactly. And it is a five, it will give you it is a 5+5 point question because two names are there, so you have to say for both, and both names are connected somehow in the process. So it is in a same question, and giving both will give you 10 points only, or else you will get 5 points for answering anyone. So okay, we move to question number 10 now. So identify the person. Three hints are given for a person: Calcutta to Kabul, then silver. Silver is highlighted in a different way, and then Kirti Kisan Party. So a party is named here, Kirti Kisan Party, and then a hint is given that Calcutta to Kabul, it traveled for some reason. And another clue is given here is silver, which is highlighted in a different way. So look at the clues and try to name some person associated with Bose in some way, who helped, maybe who helped Bose in some activities. So just you have to, if you can identify this person, you will get 10 points directly, and so no partial point in this question, and just 10 points for identifying the person. So we move to question number 11 now. So four books are mentioned in this question: Conundrum, Subhash Bose's life after death, then India's biggest cover up, and your prime minister is dead, and what happened to Netaji. So the author of these books, I think Conundrum has two authors, and India's biggest conundrum has one. Your prime minister is dead has one author, and what happened to Netaji has one author. So how is the author of these books connected with Netaji? Means you have to say in particular, don't name the author of the books for the answer. That will not give you any points. You have to say just that how the author of these books are connected with Netaji, means through any platform or something particular in particular. So naming that will give you points only, or else you will not get any point here. So the books are Conundrum, India's biggest cover up, your prime minister is dead, and what happened to Netaji. Okay, so okay, this is 10-point question, and we move to question number 12 now, the last question of the for the session. So three pictures are given, connect, and I'll provide an additional clue in this question. So the pictures, first picture is of Satyajit Ray, legendary filmmaker. Second picture is of Feluda and Topshe. And the third picture, Feluda is a fictional character by Satyajit Ray. And third picture is of Subhash Chandra Bose. So you have to say how are these pictures connected. And for I'll give two hints in this question. The first hint is that connect this with Indian Railways or IRCTC. And the second hint is that this is something happened recently. So try to connect something that happened recently and with Indian Railways. And you also have clues of Satyajit Ray and Feluda along with Bose. So you have to connect the picture and name something in particular for 10 points in this question. Okay, so this is the end of 12 questions for the today. Hope you enjoyed. We'll be back with answer sessions in shortly. That will be informed in the group regarding the answer session time and link. So thank you for attending the quiz. Please submit your responses by 9 p.m. in the Google form Google form provided in the description box.
Thank you, Shubhamoy. Thank you for the beautiful quiz on Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose birthday. And do submit your answers on time. And a total of 120 points is to grab. So answer in the Google form. A maximum of 120 points can be grabbed. In case of tie, we will check the time lapse. So time lapse will be important one if the scores are tie. So also take care of the time you submit because that will decide if there is a tie. So that's all from our side. Thank you. If you haven't subscribed the channel, do subscribe the channel. See you soon in upcoming quizzes. That's all.